Hey karate people, Sensei Clint here. Just going to do a short video on 5 tips that can help improve your cipher. I guess this video is going to be permanently dated by my special COVID style haircut. Now, this video is in no way meant to replace the official GKR videos. Always relate back to those. Today's video is simply to give you a couple of pointers, a couple of tips in order to help improve your cipher, whether it be for a grading or for the upcoming online tournament that we've got going. So without any further ado, let's get into 5 tips that can help you improve your cipher. Okay, so the first tip is working through the first couple of moves, and I find that understanding the bunkai for the first few moves, it really helps you to perform the kata at its best. So the kata is all about ripping and tearing. So breaking away from an opponent and attacker's grabs or holds, and then following up with some brutal strikes back. So the first sequence is the 3 movements where we come through like so, and we do 3 of those. So that's what we're going to look at. The first thing is, so we just break this down, have a look here. We've got our palm into our hand. We pull that across the body. So we're sort of sharp through here, a little bit of hips through, like so. Then the hand comes up, and I like to think of this as the trigger as it's coming down, and we're coming down and we're knocking down and back fist. So it's going to look, our head also goes sharp to the front. So the front is that way. I've just done the first move. So we go through, so slowly. Through, the head goes with the pull, hand comes up. As we're coming down, we step down into shikadach. That's your trigger point. Trigger, that triggers the back fist. Strike into the bridge of the nose, pulling it back in, so it's straight up and down. Good posture here, and obviously have a good stance there. But you can imagine someone's grabbed you by the arm here, grabbed you here, we're grabbing that, reinforced, whipping it away from them, coming over, and then if they haven't let go yet, breaking the hold, then back fist to the nose. Or it could be, if you're coming over, they've grabbed you, coming over, block their hand, and back fist. That gives you a rough idea of what you might be doing. Through, through. Another thing that I personally do is I only come 2/3 of the way across the body there. And the reason for that is when I come down, it means that I can come down, and that can be my trigger without having to pull this way first, so it doesn't get caught on my bicep. So that's 2/3 of the way across, thumb past the nose, across here, and that's your trigger. Back fist comes back, so it's straight up and down, good posture, knees back, and that's the first 3 moves. Hopefully that helps you with that. Because of my ankle, my balance isn't fantastic. However, you'll still be able to get the point of this, and this is in the sequence that comes after the first 3 moves, where we come up, across, here, kick, through, kick, step back. Okay, so my tip is today is the head turns make a huge difference. If you do the head turns really sharply and intently, it will make the whole sequence look sharper and better. So what I like to do here is to look into the front. We're coming down, we're going across into like kibarachi, or 2 shoulder widths apart. We've got paint the fence and wax off. As we do this first move and we come up to here, up here, we're going to go through. Now the head turn goes with the block. Through. There goes that balance again. So from here, we step across, and from here, head turn with the block. Make it nice and sharp. Now we come through with the block. Now what I like to do here is just before the kick, sharp head turn to the front, kick, step across, and then with the block. Sharp head turn to the front, before the kick, and then out. Okay, so just to recap, sharp head turn with the block, before the kick. Only slightly before the kick, but just subtly, and it just sharpens those techniques up, and will make it look that little bit sharper and more crisp. When you're doing your head turns, make sure you're looking with your chin. Also make sure you've done your neck exercises in your warm-up, but looking with your chin, really sharp head turns that'll make the whole sequence. The third tip today, or in this video, is getting all your moves in the Tetsui section. So we've come through, we've done this, we've stepped across, through, back, out. So from here, getting all the moves to work together there. So there's 4 things happening together. We've got a hand across the body, we've got an arm up ready for our Tetsui, boom. We've got our foot up in the air, which is going to come down, and we also ki-ai, heya, ki-ai. We want to make sure that the pullback, the Tetsui, the foot stepping down, and the ki-ai all happen simultaneously, all happen together at the same time. And if they all finish together, that's going to give that move, that little bit of what you're looking for. You can have all the technique correct in that section, but not be finishing it together, and it just won't look as good. So we'll come through here, over, and hiya, through. Okay, demonstrate that again. So we come over. You can practice even pausing, hiya, then come down together. All as one. Okay, so our 4th tip today is using our hips in the second to last move. And what I mean by that is we've come through and we've done this move here, and we're talking about coming through and finishing this move here where we come through. So I'll do it this way, then I'll show you the other way as well. So as we step back, when we step back, we want to let our hips open. So we're stepping back and let our hips open. As we pull back, our hands are going to come in to here. Okay. We want to, as the hands come in, we want to pull the hips square to the front. So look something like this. Open the hips, coming back, square, through. So again, open the hips as we step back, they come sharp, through and down. Now I normally come through 1, 2 quite quick and then push out slowly. Bit of a tiny thing, but something like this. Okay, just always keeping aware that I've got a fused ankle, so some of my things will be a little bit off. You got to ask yourself or your sensei, is it Sensei Clint's injuries, or is that the way it's meant to be done? But that should give you a good idea of how the hips want to be. So again, open and close with the pull back. Okay, open, pull, through. Okay, so our 5th points for Cypher are a few things. We've got, the first thing is we always want to be working our stance. Like we talked about in our 1st and 2nd kata video, you always want to be pushing our stance. It's the grounding to your kata. So you want to have the correct dimensions, yes, and you also want to be pushing as low as you can, because that's strengthening and toning your legs and your strength, and it's the grounding of the kata. All the power and strength will come from through your feet all the way through the floor. The floor's your grounding, nice and low, so lowest belt wins. The second thing in this point is your timing. You don't want to have the timing sort of all the same. You want to have some parts where it's like bang, 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 bang. So when you're new to the kata, when you're new to karate, often it's just can be an easy thing to do is when there's a ki-ai point, hold that for an extra like second or 2, and that can be a longer pause for you. And as you develop your skills in your kata and your karate, you'll start to make decisions on where should have these points and stuff. But where there's a ki-ai, that's a good time to have a pause when you're new. The third thing is, in the third part of point 5, I should say, is kime, making it real. When we're doing kata, we're simulating a self-defense situation. Like in the first sequence where we're breaking and tearing, if someone's got a hold of you, you're going to have to use everything that you've got to break and tear it. Usually the bully's bigger or stronger than you. So technique, strength, timing, effort, kime. The next thing is presentation. So This is more for competition and for gradings and such. You want to present yourself well. So make sure that your gi is clean, make sure that it's ironed, make sure you're presenting yourself like we talked about in video 1 about having that confidence, strength, like standing straight and tall, projecting your eyes, projecting your persona. You want to also make sure that you're looking good, looking right. So quick iron, make sure it's... So I hope those 5 tips have given you something to work on in your kata and a few ideas on how you can start to maybe take it to the next level and present your kata in its best light. So if you have any questions, as always, feel free to contact me directly, talk to your instructor, get any clarifications that you might need. And again, refer back to the GKR videos for the official word on how techniques are supposed to be done and all that sort of thing. I hope you enjoy the upcoming online tournament, and we'll see you in the dojo.